Hello, this is Brother Cromar from the Math Department of BYU, Idaho, and this video is a supplement of Lesson 12, which is dealing with SPSS commands that will help you with the items that you need to go through in Lesson 12. So I'm going to go through three groups of commands. First of all, what I'll do is I'll do what is called the Explore command. And if I do Analyze Descriptive Statistics Explore, and I put in birth weight here, and then I'm going to click on a few other things on the right. First of all, if I click on Statistics, I can actually calculate a confidence interval from this Explore command. So I can change the level of confidence, but I'm just going to keep this. You can change it to 90 or 99 or whatever, but I'm just going to keep it at 95. Click on Continue, and then I'm going to click on Plots. And so I'll click on a histogram because you can get a histogram from the Explore command, as well as click on Normality Plots with Tests. I like this one because it'll give us our QQ plots and we can test for normality if we need to check to see if our distribution of sample means is normal. So I click on Continue, and I think we're all set. So we click on OK, and then we get our results. So we can get our mean and our standard deviation here from this box, the descriptives box. We can get our histogram here. We can also get the mean and standard deviation here as well. We can also get our QQ plot for the data. Now this data, I should go back to this. This was the birth weight data that was from the online course, and I also referred to that in the previous videos. And then you can also get, as well, you can get a box plot. Now you can also get a histogram, and this is review for pretty much all of you. If you go to the Graphs Legacy Dialog histogram, and you put in birth weight under variable, and click on OK, then you'll get a histogram that looks like this, almost the same as you would see with the Explore command. Sometimes they're different, but you can get it from here too. The last thing I want to mention is one more set of commands is Analyze Compare Means One Sample t-test. Okay, so I'm going to put birth weight here. Now in this case, what you need to do is that you need, if you're doing a hypothesis test, you need to put in the null hypothesis under test value. That's key. That's what most students miss. So the null hypothesis, if you remember from the video, is 3,373. And if you click on OK, then you can, now let's interpret the output. It's down here. This is, as I mentioned in the video, the earlier video, this is the test statistic. This is the degrees of freedom. And if this is a one-sided, since there are two-sided tests, this is a p-value. But in the problem that at least in the video, I made it a one-sided test. So what we have to do is take this number and divide it by half. So the p-value is 0.1145. Now, stuff here on the right, we just ignore that. If we put in a test value, a hypothesis test, we only look at the items on the left. We don't really look at items on the right. Also, you can also get the mean and standard deviation from the one sample t, and that's some of the descriptive statistics you need for this analysis. Now, if you're going to do a confidence interval for a one sample t command, then you just leave this at 0. Okay, if I type in 0, click on OK, then you can look at the numbers on the right, and then you can do something with it. The numbers on the left now don't mean anything unless the null hypothesis is equal to 0. So if you compare these two, you look at, if you put in a test value for a null hypothesis, you look at these numbers on the left for the test statistic, degrees of freedom, and p-value, and divide by 2 if it's a one-sided test. But if you're just doing a confidence interval, you leave the test value at 0, and now you only look at the numbers on the right of this box. And that's all the SPSS commands and the outputs. That was reviewing the output that you need for lesson 2. If you have any questions, please talk to your instructor.